All right, graphing a piecewise. Okay, the key about piecewise is understanding that there has multiple rules. And you use each of those rules in these intervals. So this says x is less than -3. So -3 is right about here. So I'm just going to put, this is not an asymptote. I'm just going to put a line right there. And then between -3 and 3, we're going to have another rule that we have to follow. And then after 3, that's when x is greater than 3. That's after 3. We're going to follow this last rule. So let's start with this rule right here. If we're graphing negative x plus 2, that's a linear equation, right? Like if you just had y equals negative x plus 2, would you know how to graph that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. Okay, you only graph this guy, though, in this area. Now, I'm going to start on positive 2 still, just because I'm that's not positive 2, that's positive 2. Very familiar with how to graph this. That has a -1 for the slope, so that means you go down 1, right 1. So I'm going to go up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1. And then I'm going to keep doing that. Up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1. So this is my graph. And I'm going to erase this stuff. Now, does it say equal to right here? No, okay, so I put a dot right here, but I shouldn't have a dot there because it doesn't say equal to. So what you need to put is a hole. Now that hole might get filled in. It just depends on what this is. Okay, so the next rule between -3 and 3 is 5. It's a constant. Here's 5. You guys know what constant functions look like? If you had said y equals 5, you guys know how to graph that? It's a horizontal line at 5. So I'm going to 5. I'm going to put a dot right there, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to put a dot right there. Look, that hole got filled in. Cool. All right, so the hole got filled in, and then this one has a dot. All right, cool. And now let's graph this guy. Now I'm going to use my transformation knowledge here. If I had, so I didn't do these all in different colors. That would have been a cool thing. If I had this, I would think to myself, well, that means shift right 5, and that means shift up 1. You guys remember those? So right 5, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I go up 1. Okay, and then because there's no number in front of this guy, I can follow the usual pattern. So this is what I'm doing right here. Do you guys know what I get when I plug in a 3? What do I get when I plug in 3 to this? 3 minus 5 is -2, right? And -2 squared is 4.
You get 5.
Plus, I get 5. So I get a dot there and a dot there. Oh, cool. So this stops right there, and that would be an open dot, but because the other one filled it in, we're good. So that's it. That's what you get. That's what F is. Now when you come over to this guy, you can look at those x values. Sorry guys, I'm kind of sick. My throat hurts. -6. We have -6. We just go up here, and that's your answer for -6. Whatever that is. That's 8. Is that -6? Yep. So -6 is 8. F of -3 is right there. That goes up to 5. F of -2, that is also 5. And then F of 3 is also 5. And then F of 5, that is 1. Quite simple, yeah? Here, let's do some highlighting really quick. So this rule right here is this guy. He is for this interval, right? Okay, and then we have this rule, the constant rule. It's just going to be a 5. That's for this interval. And then we have our last one. That's for anything greater than 3. So anything greater than 3, we're going to do this parabola.